All right, welcome back to the last segment for tonight, the conclusion of ColbertRadio.com. You know, I hope we didn't offend too many people out there, all of our Democratic listeners, but come on, funny is funny. And this is just, it absolutely fascinates us with what's going on out there in the political realm. We were just discussing the fact that it's less than 11 months to the next election, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But today is the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and I'd like to say a couple words about Dr. King. I'm one of those people, I'm an historian by trade, and I'm one of those people who's actually a big fan of Dr. King's. And now I know a lot of people have some problem with him, I don't know what, and they point out some of his personal shortcomings, things in his personal life. But you know what? Who doesn't have something in their personal life? Who wants to be judged based upon those things? My feeling is listen to what the man said and listen to what he stood for. And let's face it, we were in a tough bind. We had to come out of that whole Plessy versus Ferguson era of separate but equal. We had to become the country we were always meant to be. And I think Dr. King, in a very large part, had a great deal to do with that. And he sacrificed his life for that. And let's face it, he knew darn well that his life was forfeit. If anybody got the chance, they're going to take him out, and it didn't stop him anyway. So whether you agree with some of Dr. King's positions or not, you have to admire the man's courage. I, for one, favor Dr. King's holiday. That doesn't mean I'm willing to go to the mattresses over it. Okay, if Alabama, well, you know, some states don't have it. Arizona didn't have Arizona didn't have Dr. Martin Luther King's Day off as a state holiday. John McCain was opposed to it. He now apologized for that. He said, "Nah, I was wrong." But that's what I mean, not going to the mattresses for it. You know, it was like the Confederate flag on top of the State House building. I liked seeing it up there, but you know, if it upset my fellow South Carolinians, 30% of them, that much, well, take the damn thing down. Right. I'm not married to the idea, and so I would just remind you to listen to what Dr. King said. Dr. King was all about equality of opportunity, not equality of results. That he hoped his children would be judged based upon not the color of their skin, but the content of their character. He used the term judged. I mean, you have to come to opinions about things, and let's face it, we all make judgments about things in our daily lives. It's what you base those judgments upon. And I often wonder what Dr. King would be like if he were alive today. Would he be swung all the way over to the left as far as the leaders that followed him in the civil rights movement? Dr. King was about equality of opportunity, not equality of results. You know, would I be disappointed if he were alive today? Well, fortunately and unfortunately, I won't know. Unfortunately, it's because it cost Dr. King his life. Fortunately for me, I get to keep my view, my image of who Dr. King was and the man that I admired. And I, for one, would like to offer a thanks to Dr. King for the work that he did in this country. And James Earl Ray, you can fight me. Anyway, Lance, you got anything you want to add before we go out?
No, I just like to echo though the idea that I think it's good that we do recognize Dr. Martin Luther King, and I really believe had he lived longer that our struggle to gain some sort of equality in this country probably would have happened quicker. I think his place in history is a well-deserved place.
Would have spared us people like Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, you know what? I think those guys, and you were talking about these followers. I think, and this kind of goes along with these. I don't want to say liken it to the cults, but I watch the History Channel a lot, and what oftentimes happens is the members of the cult somehow develop some weird, distorted view. They take what their leader has said and twist it around to suit their own needs and redefine it. And I think some of his followers perhaps did that. Guys like Jesse Jackson, guys like Al Sharpton, turned it into something.
And Ralph Abernathy, who's the guy who took over for him.
Right. They turned it into something different than where it started. And I think that's pretty sad. I think it would have happened quicker had Dr. King been alive today. So
well, ColbertRadio.com would like to salute Dr. King and thank him for his contributions. to American society, American history, and to justice. And with that, we want to say good night. Snodgrass, good night. You know we love you. And good night from all of us at ColbertRadio.com.